Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratrise Namaha. Dasa Vrindavanam Bande Krishna Dasa Prabhum Tata Chanavatar Chaitanya Leela Vistar Karino Nityananda Parabja Karunarena Bhushito Yakta Chano Burachincho Bhavande Vyasadupino Shri Guru Gaur Gandharva Govindascha Ganai Saha Jayanti Patakas Ch.Ch Sarvesham Karunartina. Okay, so we are continuing with our morning reading of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, Mahaprabhu, Jai Shri Gurudev. So Mahaprabhu, he is departing from South India, departing for South India. From Puri, he is at Lalanath, and now this very painful time of separation is taking place. The devotees are saying goodbye to Mahaprabhu, they're fainting, unconscious upon the ground. Okay, and they're fasting. They're, as we were discussing yesterday, in the pain of separation, they cannot bear to maintain their own bodies. They have no desire to eat. Mata Simha Prai Prabhu Korila Gaman Prema Veshe Jai Kori Nam Sankirtam. Almost like a mad lion, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went on his tour, filled with ecstatic love and performing Sankirtam, chanting Krishna's names as follows. Krishna, 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 He. Krishna, 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 He. Krishna, 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 Raksha Mam. Krishna, 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 Pahi Mam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Raksha Mam. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahi Mam. He shlok puri pate choli lagora hari, loka deki pate kohe bolo hari hari. Chanting this verse, Sri Gaura Hari went on his way. As soon as he saw someone, he would request him to chant Hari, Hari. Se log prem mata hoya bolo, se log prema mata hoya bole Hari Krishna. Prabhu pache sange jai darshan sachishna. Whoever heard Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chant Hari, Hari, also chanted the holy name Lord Hari and Krishna. In this way they all followed the Lord, very eager to see him. Koto kane rohi Prabhu tade alingiya, viday korilo tade shakti sanchadiya. After some time, the Lord would embrace these people and bid them return home, having invested each of them with spiritual potency. Se jani jagrame koriagaman, Krishna boli hase kande nache anukan. Each of these empowered persons would return to his own village, always chanting the holy name of Krishna, and sometimes laughing, crying, and dancing. Jare deke tare kohe koho Krishna nam, e mata Vaishnav koilo sobni jagram. Such an empowered person would request everyone and anyone, whomever he saw, to chant the holy name of Krishna. In this way, all the villagers would also become devotees of the Supreme Lord, or they became Vaishnavas. So this is how Mahaprabhu spread this movement. He would meet some, he couldn't meet everybody, but he would meet some persons who he saw, he would empower them, enlighten them, empower them, and then he would tell them to go home, and you spread this, you share this, then he would continue on his way, and then those persons whom he empowered, they would then empower other persons, and so on and so forth. This was Mahaprabhu's movement. And in our small way, that is what we are trying to do also. This is how the Sankirtan movement is spreading. Ramantar hoite dekite ailo jata jan, tar darshan kripai hoitar sam. People from different villages who came to see such an empowered individual would become like him simply by seeing him and receiving the mercy of his glance. Se jai grame lok Vaishnav korai, anya grame asita de deki Vaishnav hoy. When each of these newly empowered individuals returned to his own village, he also converted the villagers into devotees. And when others from different villages came to see him, they were also converted. Se jayar grame kore upadesh, e mata Vaishnav hoilo sabda kindesh. In this way, and as empowered men went from one village to another, all the people of South India became devotees. E mata patte jaite shata shata jan, Vaishnav korentare korea lingan. Thus many hundreds of people became Vaishnavas when they passed the Lord on the way and were embraced by him. Je grame rohi bikka koren jar gore, se grame jatalo kaise de ki bade. In whatever village Mahaprabhu stayed to accept alms, many people came to see him. Prabhur kripai hoy Mahabhagavat, se sabacharja hoya tadilo jagat. By the mercy of the Supreme Lord, Mahaprabhu, everyone became a first-class devotee. Later they became teachers or spiritual masters and liberated the entire world. Ematta koila javad gela setu bande, sarva desh Vaishnav hoilo prabhur sambande. In this way the Lord went to the extreme southern part of India, and he converted all the provinces to Vaishnavism. This word convert is not exactly saying that. Rather, it's saying in connection with the Lord, everyone became Vaishnavas. It wasn't like he was on a mass conversion program. I mean, in some sense he was, but it wasn't like that. Rather, it was a very natural thing. Seeing Mahaprabhu, hearing Mahaprabhu, they automatically became enlightened with Krishna Prem. It was very natural and automatic. And another point about this is that, it's like there was that occasion, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, because he was, Kripaya Hari Kirtana Murti Daram, he was the embodiment of Hari Kirtan. So he couldn't go anywhere or do anything without speaking about the glories of the Lord. So wherever he was, whoever he was speaking to, he would speak about it. He would find a way, because he couldn't help himself, And so on one occasion he was dealing with one legal matter with a lawyer, and the lawyer was not interested. But Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, he couldn't help himself, and he began speaking, about Mahaprabhu, his teachings, and then that lawyer, he started to get a little irritated, And he said, "Are you trying to convert me?" He felt like this was some propaganda, "Are you trying to convert me?" And Srila Saraswati Thakur, he said, "Yes." And then he said, "But actually, if you would just listen to me for 5 minutes, it wouldn't be a conversion. There's no question of conversion, actually, because it's your own wealth. It's already living in your own heart. It's not like I'm trying to put you under the influence of some foreign thing. I'm trying to put you under some foreign influence. But this is your own wealth. This is your own treasure. It is underground. It just needs to become awakened. So this is another point. What Mahaprabhu is not coming like to exert some outside thing upon persons, but rather awaken. They already have it. That's why it should be very natural. It should be automatic. Because it's already there. It's already, one's own wealth and gift and treasure, property. It is our own property. So that is another way we can understand. It's not just because Mahaprabhu was like some hypnotist or like really convincing, or really powerful. Of course, that's part of it. Really, where his power, how was he able to bring so many persons, awaken so many persons? Because of he's able to like remove those covers. What's already there, he's removing the covers. It's not that he's like imposing something upon persons. Rather, he's like awakening what they already have. So, because of that, it was something very automatic and happened in this very mass way. So, it doesn't say he converted people. It says, in his connection, everyone became Vaishnavas. Their own treasure became awakened. That is really what happened. Srila Sridhar Maharshi, I'm just recalling now, he was commenting once on how, because there's one famous pastime when Mahaprabhu, we'll come to later, when Mahaprabhu travels through a forest, Jarikanda forest, and he even awakens the animals, the tigers, the deer, elephants. So they're all chanting the Mahamantra. And so in one place, our Param Gurudev, Srila Sridhar Maharshi, he comments on this, saying how because Mahaprabhu's potency was so fine that he could pierce through all the layers of, misconception, false ego, it's and awaken what is their own treasure. Because his potency was so fine, so great, so powerful, he could pierce through all of those covers. It's already there. It's not that he's like projecting something or imposing something, but it's already there. It's just about, uncovering and awakening. So such was his influence, even the animal section, whose consciousness is so, suppressed, even they were awakened by that influence.
Navadvipe je shakti na koilo prakashe, se shakti prakashe nishta dilo dakindeshe.
Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not manifest his spiritual potencies at Navadvip, but he did manifest them in South India and liberated all the people there. So this is an interesting point. So Navadvip, you're familiar with, right? That's the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. And it's an interesting point being made here that he didn't like show his full potency in Bengal, but in South India he did. And in Navadvip, it's mentioning here in the purport, there were many of these smartas, means persons who follow a particular section of the Veda called the Smriti, which outlines many rituals and various practices. And their mood is they follow all of these things in an external way, without any connection of devotion. They very rigidly follow many practices and rituals and mantras and sacrifices, so on and so forth, but without any connection with like the living nature and the connection of devotion with the Lord. And usually, I'm not an expert, I can't say if smarta always connotes this, but generally the connotation of a smarta is that they follow in an external way for the purpose of their own benefit, their own liberation, or their own acquirement of punya. So they're just like calculating, I do this and I'll get this and this in return, like that. So like, for example, it's described at one time when Mahaprabhu was still living in Navadvip before he took sannyas, he one day he's in a particular mood and he starts chanting gopi. Just chanting gopi, gopi. He's like in some special mood of appreciation for the gopis of Vrindavan. So he's chanting gopi, gopi, gopi. And then one of these smartas, a student, he questions him, why are you chanting that? I haven't read anywhere in the scriptures you'll get any benefit from chanting gopi. Because that's the only way they think, Like the concept of having like a devotional mood and just expressing something out of heart, that's like totally non-existent, So he said, why are you chanting gopi? And then he says, I've heard that there is some benefit from chanting the name of Krishna. So why don't you chant the name of Krishna? And then Mahaprabhu becomes very angry because he's in this mood of like, who is Krishna? He doesn't treat the gopis nicely. He doesn't give them the attention they deserve. He mistreats them. I don't want to hear about Krishna. And he becomes very, very upset. Runs after him with the stick. And also another example is Mahaprabhu. He chooses to appear at the time of a lunar eclipse. Because, as I mentioned, right, it's described, there's particular benefits for like chanting particular names. Also, there are particular times which are said to be, very appropriate. So an eclipse, here in the West, everyone gets excited about an eclipse, but according to Vedic understanding, an eclipse is a very inauspicious time. It's like there's some danger that the planets could collide and everything could just end, or something like this. And so it's considered very inauspicious. And so it's recommended to engage in like intense spiritual practice at that time, save yourself type of thing. So at that time, generally persons, they will go to a holy river, they will chant names of the Lord. So Mahaprabhu, he chose to appear at that time of an eclipse, and so it was like a very auspicious environment, because even persons who normally would not chant, they were all chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. So he appeared in this type of atmosphere where everyone, the names of the Lord were reverberating throughout the atmosphere. And also in Bengal, you get these like tantric followers. I still cannot understand exactly what. I think there's different types of tantra. There's good, there's bad, but these tantrics, they tend to the black tantrics. They tend to engage in sinful practices. Maybe you've heard of them. Maybe you even know better than me what they are.
I've heard some things. I'm not no expert.
Yeah, all kinds of degraded things in the name of spirituality. So there's also the tantrics. Then also there's a lot of Kali worshippers, and they are very prevalent nowadays. And they're persons who worship the goddess Kali for the purpose of obtaining many materialistic benefits, wealth, fame, good wife, good husband, so on and so forth. She's very popular today in Bengal. So this was the atmosphere in Bengal, not so favorable. And actually, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, our Param Gurudev, grandfather guru, he's mentioned, Mahaprabhu deliberately chose Bengal because it was like the heaviest place, the most difficult place, the worst place, He chose the worst time, Kali Yuga, and the worst place, So this type of contrast was made, you know. It wasn't like, you know, the most, you know, pious part of India. Of course, that side is also there. But in South, so Mahaprabhu, he you know, it wasn't a favorable environment for him. To like express his, you know, to share, to extend widely what it was that he came to give. And in fact, later, he sent Nityananda Prabhu. You know, Nityananda Prabhu is so powerful and alternative, we can say. And Mahaprabhu told Nityananda, he requested him, please, you go to Bengal. Only you can handle Bengal. Like, I'm giving you this responsibility. But in South India, Mahaprabhu is feeling the environment is very favorable, and he's freely, you know, distributing. And here, Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, he makes a nice point here that we should. I'll just read this. It is to be understood that people are really interested in preaching in a favorable situation. If the candidates for conversion are too disturbing, a preacher may not attempt to spread Krishna consciousness amongst them. It is better to go where the situation is more favorable. This Krishna consciousness movement, he's referring to his own, you know, spreading and distribution of Krishna consciousness, was first attempted in India, but the people of India, being absorbed in political thoughts, did not take to it. They were entranced by the political leaders. We preferred, therefore, to come to the West, following the order of our spiritual master. And by the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this movement is becoming favorable. So this is a very nice point. It's not like this method of converting people by the sword, right? Accept it or you're going to die, right? This is one method of conversion. But, you know, Mahaprabhu has shown this example. If the environment is not favorable, the people are not willing or open, receptive, then go somewhere else. As simple as that. And Swami Maharaj Prabhupada is giving his own example. He started out trying to preach in India, but didn't get, you know, very much response at all. And then he ended up going to America, and America is where he got the response. And then from America it spread all over the world, including India. That was also Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's conception, his vision. He could see everyone is captured by the glamour of America and the Western countries. So if we want to really get the attention of the world, we have to capture them first, and then from there it can spread. India is entranced by the West. So we have to go out of India, capture the West, then we can come back to India. That was also Saraswati Thakur's vision. He used the example of Napoleon, or maybe that was Srila Sridhar Maharaj's unique example. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he compared Srila Saraswati Thakur's strategy to Napoleon's, that he adopted a new strategy in warfare, or at least amongst his, you know, his group in that time. Maybe it had been done previously in other places, I don't know. But in the French army previously, their strategy had been to conquer the weaker forces first and work your way up. But Napoleon, when he was appointed general, he adopted this new strategy of conquering the strongest point. And then from there, everything topples, right? Everything follows after that. You know? So that was like something revolutionary. So Saraswati Thakur, he also thought like that. Conquer conquer like the stronghold. Also, that was why he chose to start his preaching in Calcutta, because previously he was developing a small mission in Mayapur, which is part of Navadvip, the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. And then At one time, his guru, Srila Gorkishore Das Babaji, told him, don't go to Calcutta. Stay in the safety of the holy Dham. The Calcutta, that is the place of Kali. That is a very sinful place. That is a dangerous place. Don't go there. Stay in the holy place. It's safe here. And that, our Gurudev explained how that inspired Srila Saraswati Thakur. As he thought, if I really want to be successful in my mission, then I have to go to Calcutta. If I really want to conquer Kali, then I have to go to the stronghold of Kali. So I will go to Calcutta. So our Gurudev said, he actually published in one article, my Gurudev ordered me to go to Calcutta. Like this was his vision. He was telling him like in this inverted way, That's the real place of Kali, You need to attack the stronghold, the strongest point. So anyhow, nice example. We're not trying to force this upon anyone. If they want it, then we're giving it to them.
Be sincere. Self-process has to be sincere.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, they have to want it. And so also like ourselves, sometimes when we're out on the street doing kirtan, and some people tell us like if we stop in one place, maybe in front of someone's shop or something, and then they tell us like, get out of here. We're not getting into a fight, Okay, no problem. It will be easy for someone's ego to flare up, like, hey, who are you to tell us, to move, But we just want to give it to persons who want it. If you don't want it, okay, we'll move along, no problem. We're not here to impose this on anyone. Where the environment is suitable and receptive, there we are, trying to spread Krishna consciousness. Jai Shri Gurudev. Prabhu ke je bhaje tare tar kripa hoy, se sab lila satya kori loy. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's empowering of others can be understood by one who is actually a devotee of the Lord and who has received his mercy. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's empowering of others can be understood by one who is actually a devotee of the Lord and who has received his mercy. Alokik lilai jar na hoy vishwas, ihalok paralok tar hoy nash. If one does not believe in the uncommon transcendental pastimes of the Lord, he is vanquished both in this world and in the next. Pratame kohilo prabhu jai rupe gaman, e mata jani ho java dakin brahman. Whatever I have stated about the beginning of the Lord's tour should also be understood to hold for as long as the Lord toured South India. E mata jaite jaite gela korma stane, korma deki koilo tare stavan praname. When Mahaprabhu came to the holy place known as Korma Ch.Ch, he saw the deity and offered prayers and obeisances. So this is a deity of Korma. Korma Dev is a form of Vishnu as a tortoise, as a turtle. He appeared like that. So this is a temple of this deity. Prema veshe hasi kandi nitya gita koilo, deki sarva loke chitte chamatkar hoilo. While at this place, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in his usual ecstasy of love of Godhead and was laughing, crying, dancing, and chanting. Everyone who saw him was astonished. Ascharya shunya lo gailo deki bade, prabharupa prem deki hoila chamatkade. After hearing of these wonderful occurrences, everyone came to see him there. When they saw the beauty of the Lord and his ecstatic condition, they were all struck with wonder. Darshane Vaishnav hoilo, bole Krishna Hari, prema veshe nachelo, gordva bahu kori. Just by seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone became a devotee. They began to chant Krishna and Hari and all the holy names. They were all merged in a great ecstasy of love, and they began to dance, raising their arms. Krishna nam lok muke shuni aviram, se lok Vaishnav koilo anya sabgram. Always hearing them chant the holy names of Lord Krishna, the residents of all the other villages also became Vaishnavas. Hemata paramparai desh Vaishnav hoilo, Krishna namamrita vanyai desh basailo. By hearing the holy name of Krishna, the entire country became Vaishnav. It was as if the nectar of the holy name of Krishna overflooded the entire country. Kotokane Prabhu Jadi Bhaja Prakashila, Kurmer Sevak Bahu Saman Kodila. After some time, when Mahaprabhu manifested his external consciousness, a priest of Lord Kurma gave him various offerings. Well, actually what it says is, gave him a lot of respect. He showed him a lot of this. The pujari, a priest and the servant of the Lord there, gave Mahaprabhu a lot of respect, saman. Jai grame jaita hai vyavahar. But maybe he showed respect through offerings, it's possible. Jai grame jaita hai vyavahar, ekatai kohilona kohibo arbar. Mahaprabhu's mode of preaching has already been explained, and I shall not repeat the explanation. In whichever village the Lord entered, his behavior was the same. Kormaname se grame Vaidik Brahman Bahu Shraddha Bhakti Koilo Prabhorni Mantram. In one village there was a Vedic Brahmin named Korma. He invited, so this is a different, the deity Korma and this now devotee called Korma. He invited Mahaprabhu to his home with great respect and devotion. Goreani Prabhur Koilo Paraprakalan Se Jal Vamsha Sahit Korilo Bakan. This Brahmin brought Mahaprabhu to his home, washed his lotus feet, and with his family members drank that water. Onek Prakar Snehe Bhiksha Korailo Gosair Sheshan Sa Vamshe Kailo. With great affection and respect, that Korma Brahmin, trying to understand this. His name was Korma? Yes, it says his name was Korma. His name was Korma. So he made Mahaprabhu eat all kinds of food. After that, the remnants were shared by all the members of the family. Jai Parapadma Tomar Brahma Dhyana Kore, Se Parapadma Saksha Dailo Mor Gore. The Brahmin then began to pray, O my Lord, your lotus feet are meditated upon by Lord Brahma, and these very lotus feet have come into my home. Mor Bhagyar Sima Najai Kahan, Aji Mor Shlagya Hoilo Janma Kuladam. My dear Lord, there is no limit to my great fortune. It cannot be described. Today my family, birth, and riches have all been glorified. Kripa koro Prabhu more jao toma sange, sahite na paridug vishai tarange. The Brahmin begged Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, kindly show me favor and let me go with you. Be merciful, let me come with you. I can no longer tolerate the waves of misery caused by materialistic life. Prabhu ko he aiche baat kabo na kahiba,
Grihe rahi Krishna nam nirantar loiba. Mahaprabhu replied, don't speak like that again. Better to remain at home and chant the holy name of Krishna always. Jare deka tare koho Krishna upadesh, amara gyai guru hoya tare desh. This verse everybody knows. Everyone knows this verse, right? Jare deka tare kohe Krishna upadesh. You know that verse, right? Whoever you see, tell them about Krishna. Amar Gyai Guru Hoya Tare Desh. Upon my order, become Guru and save the people, save the land. This is Mahaprabhu's mission, his program. Whoever you meet, tell them about Krishna. You become Guru. In this way, in this sense, everyone can become Guru, in that everyone is trying to share this knowledge. And I don't remember which book it is, maybe Sri Guru in His Grace, I can't remember. Param Guru Maharaj discusses this, and he says, Mahaprabhu, he like phrases this in a particular way. He doesn't just say become Guru, but he says upon my order become Guru. So he's like saving us from that type of ego, that we're Guru, but that we will think like as an instrument of Mahaprabhu. This is Mahaprabhu's will. In service to him, we will take this role of trying to distribute and acting as Guru in that sense. So he says, so that dirt, will not touch us, that dirt of that ego of thinking that we are so great and like this, that will not touch us. So this is a very nice verse for everyone to learn or be familiar with. Jade deka, whoever you see, tare koho, tell them Krishna upadesh, teachings about Krishna. Upon my order become Guru and save this land, this country. Kabunavadi betomar vishaya taranga, punarapi etai pabemor sangha. Mahaprabhu further advised the Brahmin Korma, if you follow this instruction, your materialistic life at home will not obstruct your spiritual advancement. Indeed, if you follow these regulative principles, we will again meet here. Or rather, you will never lose my company. So this is very nice. He's saying that like in following my order, in following my instruction, we will be united. So this Brahmin is saying, please let me come with you. I can't bear just living my ordinary life at home, materialistic life, this Vishaya life, material life, and I also can't tolerate your separation. But Mahaprabhu is saying, stay at home and chant Hare Krishna. By chanting the name of Krishna, your environment will be transformed. It will no longer be a material environment. It will become a spiritual environment, and we will always be connected. In this way, by following my instruction, where is association? Association is taking place on the level of consciousness. So you don't need my physical company. By following my order, remembering me, taking the Lord's name, we will be united. You will get my association in that way. Adhokshaja Prabhu, when he was here, he told us that I think it was when he was leaving, one of our devotees, he's the leader of our community in Mauritius, when he visited Srila Sridhar Maharaj at one time, and he was leaving, I think it was when he was leaving, and he asked Srila Sridhar Maharaj for some instruction, and then he said, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he chanted these two verses. This, whoever you see, tell them about Krishna. And then the second one. And in that way, we will be united always, and you will not experience the influence of the, material environment like that. So very, very wonderful and very significant instructions here. Just read a few more verses. So like ourselves, we always want to be with our Guru, right? But we can't be with him. But here in this temple, we have the opportunity, right? Saraswati Ji, she took up the service here in remembrance of our Guru's desire. And so, we are getting that connection with him by trying to fulfill the service necessities here. And we are feeling that, through that service connect. That is the real connection is always through service, actually. And not plain. Emata jar gore kore Prabhu Bhiksha se ache kohetare koraye shiksha. At whosever house Mahaprabhu accepted his alms by taking prasadam, he would convert the dwellers to his Sankirtan movements and advise them just as he advised the Brahmin named Korma. Well, I'm not always so sure about translations. Pate jaite devaloye rohe je grame jar gore bika kore se mahajane korme jaiche riti taiche koilo sarvatai nila chole punajava naila gosai. While on his tour, Mahaprabhu would spend the night at a temple or on the roadside. Whenever he accepted food from a person, he would give him the same advice he gave the Brahmin named Korma. He adopted this process until he returned to Jagannath Puri from his South Indian tour. Ataiva iha kohila koriya vishtar emata janibe prabhur sarvatra vyavahar. Thus I have described the Lord's behavior elaborately in the case of Korma. In this way you will know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dealings throughout South India. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I think it's a good place to stop. I'll just read 2 more verses. Hemata se rache tahiro hila pratakale prabhu snan kodiya cholila. Thus Mahaprabhu would remain at night in one place, and the next morning after bathing he would start again. Prabhu Raji Korma Bahu Do Aila Prabhu Tade Jatna Kodi Gore Pataila. When Mahaprabhu left, the Brahmin Korma followed him a great distance. So he still couldn't follow Mahaprabhu's. The pull of attraction was too strong. But eventually, the Lord took care to send him back home. He couldn't help himself. Okay, and tomorrow we're going to hear about a Brahmin named Vasudev. Very, very wonderful description. Okay. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Shri Gurudev Ki Jai Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai. Who's going to chant? Sing, please. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hari
Jai, Bhagavan Shri Bhakti Saraswati Thakur ki Jai, Shri Rupa Nuga Guruvarna ki Jai, Acharya Shri Hari Rasa ki Jai, Thakur Ch.Ch ki Jai, Shri Shri Guru Guruvarna ki Jai, Shri Hamji Dham ki Jai, Shri Ganga Juni ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Devi Devi ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Giri Govardhan ki Jai, Shri Krishna Saraswati ki Jai, Vishakha Devidasi ki Jai, Shri Kolkata ki Jai, Gantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam, Shri Ch.Ch ki Jai.